going on, everybody? It's your boy Destroy coming at you with another video. Today's video was requested by someone in the comments section of my last video to go into more specifics on the free agency, and this is honestly how I almost won the World Series. As you can see, we got all the way down to Game 7, and we lost in Game 7. And you might be thinking, you know, I got to have some stars, or I got to have some big-name people. Well, this is it. Highest overall player was a 91. And that's somebody that's been on Detroit. All I did was sign a couple free agents here and there, and have pretty much built the team up. As you can see, I have a couple young guys that I drafted, but pretty much everyone else I've signed in free agency. So, first things you want to do is the negotiations, the exclusive free agent negotiations. And this is basically where you sign players that have a qualifying offer. Like, you sign them for a deal. If they get picked up by somebody else, you basically get a draft pick out of it. Or you get compensated for it, I should say better. So, what I typically do with this, and I don't usually get this much players, but I did do a free agency signing last season to pick up a few names that help out the team. You can see, like I said, there's no big name players like Gio Gonzalez, Jose Iglesias, Brett Gardner, and of course Edwin. If you don't pick up Edwin, like, for the age he's at, like, he hit 37 home runs for me. He had a 384 on base percentage, which is crazy. At the age of 38, he was probably 37 at the time, a 77 overall. To have those numbers is crazy. So anytime he's available, pick him up. Gio Gonzalez, as you can see, didn't do great for me, but he pitched 177 innings, which is always good. Got 172 strikeouts. He's an 83 overall old guy. Can't expect him to do much. Iglesias, I didn't have any other shortstops, frankly. Like, there were no good shortstops in free agency. Had no good shortstops in the farm system, nothing like that. So I think he did a pretty good job. 337 on base percentage. Didn't do crazy. I mean, 161, that's the most hits he's had in his career. Brett Gardner, I think he did a fairly good job. 377 on base percentage. Just pretty average numbers. Like I said, Edwin led the league in walks and 167 hits, which was a career high for him as well. So, like I said, it's basically, and I mean, it's not going to happen every time. Like, they're not going to put up these kind of numbers, but it is just, it's a different simulation every time. I never play my season games. I sim. The only time I do play is when I'm bored, frankly. So that's maybe it. Okay, so all we're gonna do, we're just gonna sim past this part because this wasn't the requested one. Like I said, these guys, you could offer them contracts. You don't have to. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to. The staff, my pitching coach retired, so all I'm going to do is go after this guy. Never play with budget in franchise. You can if you want to. It's very hard after so long because you start to get guys that their morale goes down if you don't give them enough money, and it's just a pain to deal with. I never go crazy with contracts either, but yeah, it just gets ridiculous after a while. So the guy that commented wanted to know how to handle young contracts. So this is the best way I could show you. This is my closing pitcher that I drafted last season, 82 overall at 19, and he has an A potential. So he's going to be my closer for a long time, and he's going to be very good. So you can see last season in a relief role, 39 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts, 3.92 ERA, which isn't crazy good, but at 18 years old, that's really good. So what I always do is I look at their morale. Their expectations is 1.2 million. So I'm going to offer his contract. We're giving him 1.3. Now I typically go a little higher when I know it's a player that's going to go higher in potential. So any A or B potential players at a very young age, their overall is going to progress, and the higher their overall goes, the more money they're going to want. But I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to offer him $2 million for 2 years. And if I need to after this season, so he'll be pretty satisfied this entire season because we're giving him more than his morale wants, which is what you want to go for. And I'm also giving him more money based on his overall going up and expectations. And then after this season, so the first season when we're offering him $2 million, we can give him an extension to make it so he gets more money. The other thing you could do that I've looked at, the same thing, 1.2 million, is look at other players you might have at certain overalls, depending on the age, the potential, and look at what they're getting, their morale is. Now, this player is very rough because he's never been in the majors yet, so his morale won't be there. But that's basically how I do the signings for the young players. The aberrations is basically, this is for if you do if you have salary cap on, if you have the transaction or ignore budget, whatever it is. This is basically what it is. It's basically a fight of how much money you can get him to sign for. Sometimes you lose and you have to pay him more. Sometimes you win and pay him less. Like I said, this is only for budget. Don't really worry about it. I always give people, if I want to sign them, their contracts back. And that's basically just a quick video for the guy that commented over how to sign young free agents. Any more questions, just feel free to send them in. I'll make more videos. Anyone wants to see anything, if you want to see me win with the Detroit Tigers, win the World Series, like I said, we got to Game 7 and lost in Game 7. I didn't play anything. That was all simulated. So if you guys want to see me try to win with the Detroit Tigers, comment below and I will make videos on that. Hope you guys enjoyed.